This is Will with DragonConTV. We are here at the art show at Kelly McKernan's booth, and we are here to talk about their art, but more importantly, their art and the art in the industry worldwide. Kelly, can you please tell me what is going on with art in the world today?
Yeah, so you guys have probably noticed there's a lot of AI-generated imagery out there, especially in the last year. It's just shown up and it's everywhere. And you guys may not know that that exists because of our art here today. There are artists in this room whose work was scraped for these generators. Their consent was not given. Nobody asked. No one's getting paid. And yet there are companies profiting off of our work while also threatening to take our work away from us. It's pretty wild, and I'm not sure everybody understands what's going on there. Why is this happening? And it's because of us, our art. They took it.
So you mentioned the word scraped. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So there is a large database of 5 billion text and image pairs called the Lion 5B database. And this database is a big scrape of the internet. The people using this database believe that is fair use because it's on there. The thing is there's a lot of images that are copyrighted, and they are people's intellectual property, including artists just like me. I've had over 50 of my paintings stolen for this. And yeah, 50, wow. Over 50. I lost count after that. There are people who can go type in my name, which they've done over 12,000 times alone last year on Midjourney, and create artwork or, synthesized artwork that looks similar to my style. And so instead of going to me to create my work, they can just go into one of these image generators, type my name, and make something that looks good enough. I am a small artist. I'm a single mom. This is my whole livelihood. And that means I can't pay my rent. That means I can't feed myself and my kid. I can't be here. It's an existential crisis, not just for me, but for many, many people in this industry.
It sounds like science fiction in a way, and it's coming to life in the real world.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what are the 3 most important things to you about this topic?
Yeah, so we are looking for credit. We want to be credited when our work is used. We want to be compensated for our labor that has been taken without, like I said, no consent. Consent, credit, compensation, the 3 C's. But we also want transparency because a lot of what we're dealing right now with is behind closed doors. And we want to know what's going on, what's happening with our work. And that's why I'm a part of a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit of artists who are fighting against these companies and asking to pay us what we are due. Because this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's popped out of pretty much nowhere in the last year. Wow. And we're suffering from it. We are already losing work. There are people losing jobs. There are studios that are hiring AI art prompters instead of real artists. This is a big deal.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that class action lawsuit? How did that come about? How did you get to the front of this?
Sure. I had started to notice that the art coming out of these generators was looking more and more like mine, and I was just really concerned about this first because nobody asked me what I thought about this, and surely nobody was offering me money for the over 50 artworks they've scraped with my name. So I made a post that went viral and went very viral. It opened a lot of people's eyes to, this art didn't just come out of nowhere. It came from living people alive today, artists trying to make a living just like me. So I was approached by Carla Ortiz, another artist in the industry, and she mentioned that they were working on a class action lawsuit and wanted to know if I wanted to be involved. At the time, I was feeling very hopeless about my future, about my career. Not just me, so many artists in this room have the exact same fears and concerns that I've had. Carl asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and I said, absolutely. I feel hopeless. I don't know what to do, but this is something that can be done. And so we're really the first lawsuit to tackle this issue, and it can set a precedent. It could possibly go to the Supreme Court. We're basically trying to have to convince the judge of a few things, one being that the work is derivative and it is infringing on our copyrights, but also that we need to be compensated for the work that we did that they are profiting from, wildly profiting from.
Last but not least, if you had to tell someone who has no idea what's going on, what would you say? Why is this so important to them? to the whole world, not just to the artist, but also to the consumer.
You've probably seen a lot of AI images already and not even realized they were not made by a human. All that art exists because of us. We do not want a future where we are stuck with bland generated art, right? We need human artists to continue creating, but in the face of this threat, the half of this floor might not even be here next year because a lot of us are losing work right now to this. So please do not support AI image generators. Please push for, consent, credit, and compensation for living and working artists today.
Kelly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of your beautiful artwork, but especially thank you for taking the hard step forward to bring such an important issue to light. I hope you have a wonderful con here. I hope you have a wonderful time, and we want to see you and every artist here back next year. And thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
This is Will with DragonConTV, signing off.